Welcome back to the Ark Survival Guide. This is the next episode of our Let's Play Crystal Isles series, and this one is going to be a lot of fun. So we just moved into this beautiful area up in the floating islands, and we just spotted a couple insanely cool colored Argentavis. We have this bright orange one that looks like it's on fire, and a really cool red and blue one, and we are going to try to tame both of them. We let you guys vote on which ones you wanted to tame, and there were so many votes for both of them. We're going to try to do a double tame here. Now, Argents are super helpful, but they are also super hard to tame, and they will mess you up, destroy your house, and all kinds of fun stuff. And even though I think we have a pretty good strategy for this tame, they are not going to make it easy. And aside from trying to tame the Argents, we are also going to have to fight some really big, deadly creatures in order to get the meat we need to tame them, and the chitin we need to build their saddles. And at the end of this episode, I'll show you guys a couple reasons I love Argentavis, and we'll show you a couple really helpful tricks you can do using an Argent. So this episode should be really helpful and a whole lot of fun, and if you guys enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you drop a comment and let us know if you have a suggestion for what we can name these two really cool Argentavis, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell to enable all notifications so you don't miss the next video on this series. So let's go see if we can tame a couple of beautiful Argents. Alright, so we are just going to take off, get right into the sky, and we'll explain what we're doing along the way. So we have been building a really cool base inside this cave behind a waterfall, and we'll show that to you some more later in the episode, but oh, you know what? Let me check out this Argent real quick, because I haven't seen this one yet. I am trying to tame a couple absolutely beautiful Argents with just stunning colors. But if we have a high enough level, it might be worth taming this one too. So let's see. Okay, level 46 female, not on the menu, sorry. Just don't quite cut it there. If we have a super high level male especially, I'd love to tame that. But for now, we have two absolutely beautiful Argents that we want to tame today. And look at that. There is a bright orange one and a bright red and blue one. I mean, I love the colors on these two. And we actually asked you guys which ones you'd prefer taming. And there were so many votes for both of them that our goal today, excuse me, Pteranodon, would you move your giant head? Our goal today is to tame both of these female Argents, and I think I've got a strategy that will actually work. So I'll explain that a little bit on the way, but for now, the first thing we have to do is get one of them to follow us back up to the waterfall. And that's going to be a little tough, a little dangerous, and we have to pick out which one we want. Oh, never mind. Looks like we're starting already. Okay, here we go. So, the orange one just chose us. It's like the opposite of Pokemon, right? You know, the Argent chooses us, and whichever one wants to eat us the most is the one we're going to tame first. That actually works just fine for me. Now, it's actually pretty hard to keep an Argent's attention span, and I'm trying to get some distance from it right now anyway because my Pteranodon has pretty low stamina. So, we've got to use up our stamina to sprint away from the Argent to keep it from eating us, and you know, Pteranodons don't have a lot of health, so it will actually eat us pretty easily. But we've got to stay out of the way of the sharp parts, like the talons and beak and stuff. But we also have to keep close enough that it does not lose its attention, because these things have really short attention spans. Like, if you fly a far enough distance away from an Argent, it completely loses interest. So hopefully I can stay interesting enough to keep it entertained and make it keep chasing me all the way up this waterfall, which is a bit of a challenge. So I'm trying to balance the stamina, balance the distance, and, you know, not lose its attention, which I just did again. Okay, great. Looks like it's heading straight down to the bottom. That's going to be a pain. So hopefully you guys don't feel like this watching our channel, right? You know, don't want to lose your attention span. But we are going to try to keep this thing following us. And of course it goes all the way to the very, very bottom of the map. I'm right here. I'm delicious. Don't I look tasty? Come on, eat me. I'm like a little chicken wing flying up here. Okay. So hopefully we can get this thing up into the cave. And I'll explain my strategy a little bit. So normally I build an elaborate Argentavis trap, and I've actually got a couple videos showing how to do that really effectively. We've got a couple trap designs that are super easy to use to catch an Argent, and actually don't take a ton of stone to use them. But we've got a slightly different strategy today because let me actually see if I can shoot this thing. Oh my gosh, it's so fast and it's so lost interest again. All right, we are going to get this thing into the cave. So we have this cave behind the waterfall, and maybe if I can like nip a couple tail feathers off this thing, it'll get angry enough to stay following me. And you know, I just bit off some tail feathers, and I'll just wave them in front of this guy and keep him upset. If we can get him inside the cave, we are going to have him relatively trapped. It's a huge cave inside there, and he's got a lot of space to fly around, but he should not be able to find his way out. It's actually a pretty narrow entrance. There's like 3 entrances, and they're all pretty small, so we should be able to keep him inside the cave. And that's actually one of the biggest things when you're taming an Argent, is once you get it tranked down far enough that it starts running away, it is so hard to catch them. Like, I have spent probably an hour just chasing an Argent back and forth after I tranked it and it started running away. And I've actually lost Argents that I was in the middle of taming because they just flew off and I just straight up could not find them. Now, with a bright flaming orange one, it's a little easier to keep track of, but even so, I still want to get it inside the cave so it can't fly too far away. Now, we've been working on our base, and probably next episode we'll show you a video of all the base building from the start until the finish of this section of it. It's going to be huge when we're done. But we've built enough of the base that we can use it basically as a shark cage. So we're going to put ourselves inside the cage and shoot the Argent while it's trying to eat us from outside. And then when it starts running away, hopefully it'll run into a wall of the cave, and then we can, just chase it down and knock it out. So hopefully that'll work out okay. We've already put the Quetzal that we tamed inside a cryopod, so he's not going to be, dying or anything else. We put all of our dinos away. And if we could just get this guy a little bit further, come on, just a tiny bit further inside, then we should have him pretty well trapped, and he should have a very hard time wandering back out of here. Oh, and by the way, if you look to our right, you can see our house is coming along pretty well, and, we'll show you all that in one video, but we've got the first floor of the first phase almost finished, and it should be enough to protect us from this Argent. We've got all of our dinos put away, so they should all be pretty safe. But now I want to break aggro from the Argent, keep him pretty far away from me, and get my Pteranodon safely stowed inside. So, okay, great. He's still kind of wandering around out there. I might need to get him a little further inside. Wait, nope, there he goes. Okay. He's wandering in on his own. Perfect. So let me get this Pteranodon in the house. Now, I normally have a no dinos in the house rule, especially no wild dinos, but we should be able to dismount this guy without getting totally stuck. There we go. And we'll close that on down. So I like to use dino gateways as walls. Whoa, I thought he was a crystal for a second. Okay, yep, we're going to do this. We're just going to start shooting. Okay. And hopefully I can lure him over here. Wow, he is way faster than I thought. Okay, gotta get in here quick. This is gonna hurt. Oh, that was close. Okay. Can I shoot him through the wall? Nope. Okay, good. Well, that was worth a try. Alright, so if I can get a good angle, and he's on the roof. Okay. So I left some holes in the roof for this very reason, because I want to shoot him where he can't actually hit me, but I think maybe the easiest thing to do will be if I can get him on this side and shoot him through the door. So, I was really hoping I could hit his wings on that angle, but, we'll shoot him in the butt. That's always a good idea, right? Whoa, oh, he did not like that. Okay, getting inside. Now, if I can angle this just right, I think I can keep his attention right there. And perfect, we'll shoot him in the foot. And where's he going? Okay, come back here. Oh, okay, so she's running already, but she is running right towards the wall, which is perfectly... Oh, yes. That is beautiful. All right, check it out. As long as I can climb my way up here, we are good to go. And with a little parkour, I can access her inventory. Perfect, but we're not actually going to start feeding her yet. We're going to let her get pretty hungry, and then we'll put all the prime meat we have in the preserving bin into her inventory at once, and hopefully she'll be able to tame up most of the way, get a pretty close to perfect tame. But first we're going to put a little thatch platform down here so we can easily get up here and access her inventory. So that way we can keep tranking her down, and as she gets hungry again, we'll feed her some more prime. So we're going to need some more prime meat. We have actually given her some, and she is not tamed up nearly as much as I'd hoped. But we're going to go ahead and shoot down this parasaur, and we're using my favorite little trick with a tapehara to stick to the walls, and great. Okay, so you can see these arrows are in fact hitting that parasaur. It's taking damage, it's got blood on it, but it's not actually taking damage. So there's this interesting little glitch going on, especially up here in the floating islands, where if I shoot from the back of the Tapehara, sometimes it just doesn't connect. And whoa, no, come back over here. Oh gosh, it's about to fall off. Nope, don't do it. Oh, it's so close. Oh, that was close. All right. So there's a lot of dangerous stuff down there, including some more Argents, like the one we're going to tame, and if the parasaur falls off the cliff, he goes in the water, and our life gets way harder. Might not even be worth trying to kill it. But if I can get just the right spot here, I can stick to the wall and actually shoot down on this parasaur. And nope, don't go down there. Oh, I hate that. Okay. So if you hit the land button and you actually don't have a vertical enough surface, you'll start to fall to the ground, and that can be bad. Oh man, are we still getting the glitch? Nope, there's damage. Okay, great. So now I am just far enough away from this parasaur that I'm totally safe. This Tapehara is not going anywhere. I can shoot and unload my entire ammo, and, we can just do all the damage to this thing until it's running away. And now it's running away. Great, okay. Well, we've done some pretty good damage. I don't think it's a super high-level parasaur. And, oh, look at those arrows just sticking out of its head. No, don't go off the edge, you jerk! Oh no, it's flying. Okay. Stay right there. Another great thing about a Tapehara is you can strafe back and forth left and right, and sometimes you can push something like this. Nope, don't go into the rock. Don't do that either. Sometimes you can push things and keep them from falling off cliffs, which is actually super helpful. Alright, this thing should be almost dead. There we go. Yeah, okay. Level 8. Not too bad. We should get some prime meat from this thing, but check this out. We brought our moss chops, which is specialized with super high melee damage and super high prime meat specialization. And instead of getting like 1 prime meat from this thing, we're going to get, let's see, 27 raw prime meat from 1 level 8 parasaur. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. We should be able to do some serious taming here. So we're going to get that right into the preserving bin, pack this guy back up in his cryopod, and we will get back to taming. But now you can see why I have always got so much prime meat on hand, and this should probably be enough to tame up both Argents. Alright, so the first orange Argent is taming up quite nicely. She's over 50% tamed, and we are going to craft some more trank arrows on the fly. See what I did there? Yeah, I'm terrible. But actually, it's really convenient to craft arrows while you're flying because you don't lose any time or speed. But yeah, check that out. She is mostly tranked back up, and I think we just, are going to keep her tranked pretty well. They've actually got relatively slow torpor dropping, compared to some creatures anyway. And now we're looking for... Oh, that is not what I was looking for. That is a red seagull and a blue moth. I am looking for a red and blue Argent. Very close, but not quite. Okay, let me see if I can land here, because once again, this Pteranodon has terrible stamina, and I cannot wait to get Argents. Like, Pteranodons get like a couple hundred stamina at this level, and an Argent at that level would have like 1,000 stamina if you put a lot of points into it. But where on earth did that blue one go? I sure hope it didn't like fly off this edge, because they can just go off into oblivion, and oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Right here, we've got this really cool blue and red one, and oh man, way down there is that other blue and red one that we saw earlier. And, okay, so I wanted to lose its aggro so I can rest for a second, and, okay, yeah, we're just gonna ignore that other blue one. That was another one I thought about taming, but yep, that's the same one. It's just a level 11, and, let's just stick... Oh man, check out that blue and red Tapehara. Whoa there. Okay. It's a male Tapehara. I promise I'm not going to get... Oh, and a male 55 Argent. Okay, we might have to come back to that little island later, because That's pretty cool. But, you know, we'll save that for another episode. I promise I'm not going to get any more distracted until we at least have a good shot at taming both of these Argents. And check it out, that one is up to 75% tamed already. We've got a bunch of prime meat on its inventory. Should last about 10 minutes, and there we go. It looks like that one is actually pretty well stuck, so hopefully that won't be a problem. Although, if it's really stuck, that's actually a great thing, because we could just trap it like we did the Quetzal, but got my stamina back. Let's see if we can lure it back up to the waterfall, and that's going to be quite a challenge. I mean, you remember how hard it was to get that last one up here? And if it loses interest while it's up above, like nothing, like there's nothing below it, it might just go straight down, and I don't even know if we can get it back up. Also, gotta stay away from that seagull. We've had enough seagull problems for a while. I don't know if you guys saw the last episode, but oh gosh, those seagulls were the worst when we were trying to tame that Quetzal. Okay, no, don't go down. Whatever you do, do not go down. No, this could be bad. Okay, come on. Come after me. Okay, please come after me. Just a little further. Okay, great. Whew, that was a close one, because I tell you what, if that thing went straight down at that point, I would have a really hard time getting it back up here. I love these cool purple mushrooms that Pteranodon's sitting on, and that Bronto is just like raring up on that rock, like, hey, notice me. He just wants to be on camera. He's like, I'm on TV, Mom. Check it out. All right, so we're going to rest for a second. I just about ran out of stamina again. I cannot wait to not have to worry about that. And looks like our Argent is just chilling on the ground, so that's totally fine with me. All right, come back up here. Come on, come and get me. Oh yeah. I'm going to bite it so it's really mad. Whoa, our other Argent is like most of the way tamed. I did not expect them to tame that fast, even with prime meat. Now, I gotta say, we've got taming speed doubled because I don't want you guys to have to just wait around for like an hour while I tame stuff. But that is pretty impressive, so yeah. Alright, come on up here, Argent. I just need your attention for a little bit longer. Alright, gonna bite him again. So we found out from that last one that he had plenty of health before we knocked it out, so I'm not nearly as worried about hurting this thing. So Argents have pretty decent health, and you know, you could do a little damage before you're really in too bad shape. And if you have an Argent and you're tranking it and it's about to die, you can actually put down a sleeping bag, feed yourself to it, and it'll eat you, regain a bunch of health, and actually be okay to start tranking again. So that's one little strategy that you can make use of in a seriously dire situation. But nice, it seems like I've ticked it off enough that it is really wanting to eat me. So I'm going to try to rest because I am just about completely out of stamina, and if this thing comes in here, it might actually eat my Pteranodon or our other Argent that we're trying to tame up. So we're really close to finishing taming that. We'll be right back when it's actually done taming. Okay, so I had to drop my Moschops off in the base and use his cryopod, and check it out, this Argent is finally tamed up. We have a bright orange, beautiful Argentavis, the coolest looking bird I've ever seen, even though we can only see the back end. But we'll bring her back out in a minute. For now, though, we've got to put her in a storage box and get her safely locked away inside the base because we're bringing another Argent home, and this is gonna be fun. So we should have this other beautiful Argent right over here. So we left her right around this ledge. Hopefully she has not wandered too far. Okay, where'd she go? Argent, I know I left her right here. It's only been like a minute. She definitely should not have despawned or died, because there's nothing dangerous around here that can take on an Argent. At least hopefully not right here. Okay. I'm getting a little worried though, because I don't see her, and she should be super easy to spot. I mean, she's bright red, which is one of the reasons I really... Oh, there she is. Nice. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried. But thankfully she's so bright red, she's really easy to spot in front of everything. So that's one of my favorite things about taming brightly colored flyers, is they're just so easy to find. Alright, whoa, okay, she's mad. She is very angry. I cannot blame her because I have been biting her in the tail so much, but hopefully she's going to come after me. Oh, come on. Alright. We're going to play this game again, aren't we? So this is actually a lot more dangerous this time because there's another Argent right next to her. And if she gets the other Argent ticked off, I could end up with 2 Argents chasing and trying to eat me. And that's a little too much. I only want one at a time. It's way easier that way. All right, come on. Just going to bite that butt, stay away from the sharp parts, and hopefully this will work out. Okay. This time I'm going to try to stay a little bit closer and not fly quite as quickly away, and that should make it a little easier to keep her attention span. And, if I just let her attack me, she'll actually get some damage on me and be a little bit more aggressive. But hopefully, alright, come on, a little closer. Oh, so close. Okay, come on. I'm going to just sit here for a second, hope she comes back down. I don't mind if she's a little higher up, but if she goes down again, we're going to have a hard time catching her. All right, come on. Get my stamina back. We can do this. We can do this. All right, come on through here. It's a little tough to navigate, but we are almost on the home stretch. Okay, we just got to get her through the waterfall, and at that point, we should be in good shape. So hopefully this one will be just as smooth as the last one. It never is, but I always am still hopeful, right? Plan for the worst, hope for the best. That's my motto. But we're going to try to totally break aggro again. Make sure I've got this thing on passive, because I can't remember if I might have put it... Okay, great. So I can see the Argent right behind the waterfall. We're going to try to get our Pteranodon inside the base again. I probably should be a little more careful actually riding my Pteranodon in the base, because sometimes you can get stuck between the... Oh, dang. Just like that. Sometimes you can get stuck between the wings and the ceiling. And if you can't hop back on the saddle, you can be in big trouble. But we're okay. We made it out, and where is she? She better not have flown off again. Oh my gosh. All right, come on. We got to start shooting, but oh gosh, I don't see her. Okay. We can still do this. I got to just make sure I don't fall off the waterfall because I don't know where the edge is. It's probably right around here, but yikes. I thought I was much better shooting. Yeah. Usually, oh, she's like dodging all of my arrows. Oh man, almost, oh gosh, that was close. That was like my last shot right there. Okay, gotta run fast. All right, these things are actually very fast on their wings, and oh, I'm dehydrated. Perfect, that's just what I needed right now. Okay, should have been paying more attention. All right, I need her to come over to the base, and then I need to get inside the door just like last time. And okay, getting inside, and whew, okay, we made it. Oh, she is angry. Look at that face. She is just so ticked off right now. But the colors, oh, the colors. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Staying inside. Just kidding, I'm gonna stay in here. Oh, this is perfect. Stay right there. I've got a clear shot at her feet, and she can't hit me. And she's leaving. Great. Thanks. Oh, no, not that way, please. Nope, come back. I need you to go the other direction. Great. This is going to be actually a lot harder than the last time. Okay. So I got to get a drink or I'm literally going to pass out, but she's heading down towards that pit and she should be pretty easy to spot down there. So we'll be right back. All right. So I got a drink. I'm no longer passing out. I'm freezing to death, but that's okay. And it actually took me like probably 5 to 10 minutes to find this Argent back here in the very back corner of our cave. So, yeah, there's the pit back there in the distance, and she flew past the pit, apparently, and got stuck to the wall. And I was thinking it'll be super easy to spot a bright-colored Argent in this cave. Turns out, everything's bright-colored in here. There's crystals everywhere, so it was actually a lot harder than I thought. So, the second tame was not quite as easy, but I'm going to set my Pteranodon right here in case she chases me. We're not done yet. This could actually get pretty ugly. And, okay, we got the intense music. She's apparently trying to fly around and eat me again. Or is she? Maybe she's not going to move at all. Alright, I really kind of want her to come down here because, okay. Well, good news is the Argent is unconscious. The bad news is it's going to be really hard to reach her up there. So, at least I can track her now. That'll make it much easier to find this spot. There we go. So we'll be back. We might have to get creative to actually feed her, but we're going to make it happen. And we're back. So we brought our Tapehara, which has actually proven to be extremely useful in a lot of ways, even though I was mostly wanting it just to use this cool trick we're using right now to get infinite stamina. So we told it to follow us so it stays hovering and doesn't land, and then we hopped on the front passenger seat, and now we're using whistle commands to tell it to fly where we want it to go. And doing this, you can fly across the whole map with infinite stamina, but I'm hoping it'll let me open the Argent's inventory while I'm sitting in the seat, and it will not. Okay, that was worth a try. Another thing that might actually work to do this is if I were to bring my Quetzal over here and stand on its back, because as long as you've got a tame Quetzal, even if you can't ride it yet, you can sometimes manage to get yourself up onto its back and then use whistle commands to make it fly. And I might have actually been able to use a similar thing to get it to actually hover next to the Argent. Trouble is, I'd have to do that every time I want to top off its torpidity, give it more tranks, and all that stuff. So instead, we're going to grab some thatch, and we're going to make a nice little thatch scaffolding all the way up to the Argent. Now, I figure this is actually pretty helpful for you guys, because there are so many times when you're taming something, and it just happens to pass out on some, stuck on a rock, or up on a cliff, or somewhere it's just impossible to reach, and it happens so often, it's really obnoxious. But when that does happen, you gotta get really creative. You could even use a grappling hook to float next to something, or, have a tribe member carry you on a flyer and hover next to something so you can open its inventory. But this is probably gonna be the easiest way to do this. We're just gonna kind of build a thatch structure all the way up so we've got a nice little roof that we can use to stand on, or in this case, land on with our flyer, and that'll make it real easy to get up to that thing. Now, let's say you get something stuck and you're actually still a really low level, like you haven't unlocked wooden structures yet. There's a nice little trick, and this is actually really handy for early in the game before you have wooden ladders. You can use this almost immediately with storage boxes and then thatch structures to reach just about anywhere you need to go. So if you want to build like a base on top of a plateau or something where it's nice and safe, you can build a thatch base really high up just using this trick. So we've got a little foundation down there, a thatch wall, and a thatch ceiling, and then we put the storage box right next to it. And that essentially gives us stairs that we can use to climb all the way up, basically as high as we want to build it, depending on how much thatch we want to use. But now we've got that established, we're just going to try to make this high enough that we can land on it with our Tapehara. So we'll have a little platform that should be enough space for him to land safely. And another nice thing about the Tapeharas is they're so precise at flying that it should be really easy to land on this, even if we've got just one ceiling sticking up. So let's get one more ceiling down there, and hopefully that'll be high enough up to where we can actually reach the Argent. As you can see here, I can't quite jump high enough. That's why we need the storage box there. So let's see here. Is this tall enough to reach? Because we're pretty close to this Argent now, and going to maneuver just a little bit so we've got just enough of a corner to jump off to the side. Oh, can I reach it? Oh, we're so close. I think I need to be just a couple inches closer. So we'll be right back with some more thatch. And we're back. We've got enough thatch for like 2 more ceilings, and that should be hopefully enough to do this. So another great thing about Tapeharas is you can easily build really high up because they can hover nicely. And oh, come on, what are you doing? All right, this is the annoying thing about Tapeharas is they try to stick to ceilings or vertical walls whenever they're around. Great helpful ability, but it's kind of annoying when you're trying to do something like this. Whoa, almost fell off there. All right. So, can we reach it? Sometimes if you can just touch the wingtip or their foot or the end of their tail, it's enough to access their inventory, but we're almost there. Very close. All right, so I'm going to stand on the very edge. I'm jumping and just mashing the button to open its inventory as fast as I can and hoping that at some point I just happen to hit it. All right, oh, there we go. Okay, that was it. Perfect. We've got the inventory open. I can finally feed it tranks, which is a good thing because it is losing torpidity quite a bit. So there we go. So we'll be right back. I'm going to make this thing starve for a while because it gave us so much trouble. So she has been starving for a long time. Her food is really low, and I just brought a ton of prime meat so we can hopefully do like a perfect tame. We'll see if this works, but All right, come on. Gotta open that inventory. Just getting a little closer here. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, great. Gotta do this fast because the prime meat spoils really quickly in my inventory. So we're just gonna type out prime and dump all the prime meat and every primitive item into her inventory, but that's fine. We'll pull these back in a second. But, oh, dang, she is taming fast. Okay. Beautiful. We just got a perfect tame. Check it out, you guys. We just tamed this absolutely beautiful, beautiful Argentavis, and I gotta say, this is one of the coolest looking Argents I've ever seen. So we've got two really awesome female Argents. We're gonna have to find a really cool colored male and see if we can get some, really nice colored babies. But for now, I am super happy with these two Argents we've just tamed. So we're going to have her follow us all the way back to our base, and meanwhile, we can take in how beautiful this cave is, because it's kind of hard to appreciate your beautiful scenery when a giant bird is trying to eat you, right? So we're going to show you some cool things you can do with an Argent, but first we need to craft an Argent saddle, and that takes a lot of chitin, like a whole lot. Now, we've been picking up a little bit of chitin here and there by killing off like jug bugs and stuff that are pretty common and easy to kill up here. But I would rather just kill one giant crab and have it all done with. Now, these are Carcinos, and they are really powerful giant crabs that live on the back of our island. So there's a river that wraps all the way around the mountain that we live inside, and it's just got tons of these crabs here. Now, these things are actually super deadly. They'll pick you right up off your mount if they touch you, and they will just mess you up. They are crazy dangerous. But I am just going to fly really high up on this ledge here and shoot down on it with our crossbow. Now, you don't actually want to use most projectiles because things like bullets don't do very much damage. They resist a lot of that damage because of their tough shell. But arrows actually still do the full amount of damage, so it's much better to use crossbows on these things than even some much more advanced weapons. So hopefully I can actually hit this dang thing, because we've just been having a lot of trouble with clipping into the terrain, even though this should hit. But there we go, now we're doing some decent damage on this guy, and I don't think he's even a high level, but he's starting to bleed a little bit. They've got blue blood, kind of like, seahorses, I'm not seahorses, horseshoe crabs actually have blue blood in the real world, which is kind of a cool touch. But let's see here. I've got a second crossbow, which I brought, because the first one is about to break, because we've been shooting so much stuff with it. And somewhere, there he is. Okay, great. So he's over here. He's running away at this point, which is totally fine with me. But I still want to give him plenty of space, because I do not want to... Oh, I guess I still have the other bow. All right, good thing I brought a spare. Okay, so I do not want him to get too far away or too close, but... What is he even fighting? Okay, we got another crab down there. Got to make sure I don't get too close to that one. And maybe I should check and see, make sure that other thing doesn't kill this crab. So, yeah. Alright, we seem to be pretty safe. Don't see anything real dangerous around here. And actually, there was a dead horse that crab killed over here. I was going to try to get its pelt, because pretty soon we're going to check out some Arctic areas. Oh, okay. So I guess he finished off whatever he was fighting, but... he is actually taking quite a bit of damage from it, so whatever that was very helpful for us. What are you doing now? Okay, is he fighting something else? Well, whatever, he's dead now. Okay, let me make sure that's not something that's going to eat the crab and waste all of that time I just did. Okay, good. Looks like that's a Kentro, and Kentro is almost dead too. That actually worked out pretty well for us, so let me get him to come over here. I want to make sure I get a clear shot at the Kentro, and, well... I want a little bit more space. Let's see if we can stick to this wall. Oh, nope. I hate when that happens. So if you can't quite stick to the wall, it makes you float down to the ground, and you automatically try to land. Okay, this might be enough space here. As you can see, I love flyers because you can kite stuff around so easily. So look how big that crab is. Isn't that crazy? We're using a hatchet, and we're getting like, what, 250, almost 300 chitin? And 88 organic polymer. That is the beautiful thing about these crabs. So if you kill a few of them, you can get so much organic polymer, and you can use that organic polymer as a substitute for regular polymer, so you don't even have to bother with all of the metal and obsidian you would normally have to use. Oh, that was good timing. I figured I'd try to fire off one more shot before running away, and that actually worked out perfectly. So we got a little bit of keratin, which is also a substitute for chitin, but I think that'll be enough to make our saddle, so we'll be right back. Now here's a quick spoiler. On the way home, check this out. We spotted a male and female ankylosaur with red, white, and blue colors. How crazy is that? So we are definitely going to come back and try to tame these, especially now that our Argentavis can carry them. But before we wrap up the episode, we'll show you a couple quick things that I love about Argents. Now, first of all, once we can ride an Argent, it's so much better as a flyer in general, but it's actually really good at combat. And even taking down big things like a Bronto or something like that, if you can dive bomb them and hit them on the back, you can usually do a lot of damage to them, and they can't really hit you very well. And there's actually a blind spot on a Bronto where if you position yourself just right, you can take the whole thing down and barely take any damage, which will give us access to a ton of prime meat, and that'll let us easily tame really powerful carnivores throughout the rest of this series. Argents can also pick up and carry dinos that are smaller than, like, say, a stego or a trike. Basically, the rule of thumb is if you can hit it with a bola, you can pick it up with an Argent, and that makes things so much easier. You can tame stuff really easily by carrying it into a trap. And you can also kill stuff like horses that run away from you because you can pick them up and actually damage and kill them while you've got them in the air. And that's going to be really handy because we need a lot of pelts because we're going to explore the Arctic regions in the near future. And there's a really helpful trick we can do by carrying our beaver and Doedicurus with the Argent that will get us thousands of stone and wood so fast it's not even funny. And that's going to let us build a huge castle in no time at all. So by the way, in the next episode, we are either going to do a whole bunch of ankylosaur taming and get all the ankies we need to make metal, get some trank darts and other things like that we've been wanting, or we can show you guys the Let's Build episode where we build our entire base. So let me know in the comments which episode you would like to see next, because those are both something we could show you in the next episode, and I love finding out what you guys want to do. We also need names for both of these Argents. They are both females, they both look like they're on fire, so drop a comment and let me know some cool name suggestions we can use for these Argentavis. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. If you did, please drop a comment, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell to enable all notifications, or else you might miss the notification for the next episode in our series, which should be coming out really soon. So until next time, I hope you all stay safe, have fun, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.
If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media so your friends can enjoy it too.
And make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to enable all notifications, because we have lots of awesome new guides, tips, tricks, live streams, and Let's Plays for Ark and other awesome games coming soon, and you won't want to miss any of that.
We already have lots more fun and helpful videos just like this one, so check out the links at the end of this video to keep watching. You can also chat with other gamers if you join our channel's Discord at the link in the description.
If you want to earn great rewards while supporting this channel, click the join link next to the subscribe button for more information about our channel memberships. We want to give a big thank you to some of our biggest supporters of this channel: Sabo0283, Cole Parmenter, Emmy Fisher, Wolfgirl Be Like, Kelly Razak, and Ashley Owens. Thank you all so much for everything you do to make this channel possible.
So until next time, we hope you have fun on your own video game adventures, and
We will see you in our next video.